Tonight you probably ate 3 times. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, maybe a snack in between. You didn't think twice about it. But for 300,000 years, your ancestors had no such schedule. Some days they ate until they couldn't move. Other days, nothing. Not a single calorie. And here's what nobody tells you. Those empty days didn't weaken them. They may have been the secret to everything that made us human. In 2012, a Japanese cell biologist named Yoshinori Ohsumi won the Nobel Prize in Medicine. Not for a drug, not for a surgery, for discovering what happens inside your cells when you stop eating. The process is called autophagy. It literally means self-eating, and it is one of the most powerful biological mechanisms ever discovered. When you haven't eaten for 16 to 18 hours, something shifts inside your body. Your cells stop building. They start cleaning. They begin breaking down damaged proteins, recycling broken components, destroying cells that have turned cancerous before they can spread. Your body, in other words, starts repairing itself in ways it simply cannot do when it's busy digesting food. Ancient humans didn't know about autophagy. They didn't know about Nobel Prizes, but they fasted constantly. Not by choice, but because food wasn't always there. And over hundreds of thousands of years, their bodies evolved to not just survive those gaps, but to use them. Every major religion on earth independently arrived at fasting. Islam, Christianity, Judaism, Buddhism, Hinduism. Each of them, without contact with the others, concluded that going without food unlocked something in the human body that ordinary life could not. They called it purification. They called it enlightenment. They called it closeness to God. Modern science calls it autophagy. The words are different. The phenomenon is the same. In 2019, researchers at the Salk Institute studied a group of metabolic syndrome patients, people with high blood pressure, high blood sugar, excess body fat. They didn't change what the patients ate. They only changed when. The patients ate within a 10-hour window and fasted for 14. After 12 weeks, blood pressure dropped, blood sugar dropped, cholesterol improved, and every single participant said they slept better. Nobody took a single drug. But here's where it gets strange. In 2016, neuroscientist Mark Mattson at the National Institute of Aging published a paper that shook the field. He found that fasting triggers a protein called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. BDNF does something almost unbelievable. It grows new brain cells. It strengthens existing neural connections. It makes you sharper, faster, more focused. Mattson's conclusion was direct. The human brain performs best when it is slightly hungry. Think about that for a moment. Your ancestors, on the days they hadn't eaten, weren't sluggish and confused. They were alert, focused, their senses heightened, their pattern recognition sharper. Evolution didn't make hunger feel terrible so you'd give up. It made you more capable, so you'd go find food. The hungry brain is the hunting brain. So what changed? In 1863, an English undertaker named William Banting published the first modern diet book. It sold over 58,000 copies. The idea of eating on a schedule, 3 meals a day, was formalized. Then came industrial food production. Then the 1950s American breakfast cereal industry, which spent millions of dollars convincing people that skipping breakfast was dangerous. It wasn't science. It was advertising. Today, the average American is never more than a few hours from their last meal. We eat from the moment we wake up to the moment we sleep. Our cells never get the signal to clean. Our brains never get the BDNF surge. Our bodies never enter the repair state that evolution spent 300,000 years perfecting. And the results are visible. Rates of Alzheimer's disease have tripled in the last 50 years. Type 2 diabetes affects 38 million Americans, most of whom developed it entirely through lifestyle. Mattson argues that many modern chronic diseases are, at least in part, diseases of never being hungry. Ancient humans didn't have a wellness routine. They didn't have intermittent fasting apps. They didn't read peer-reviewed journals. They just lived the way their bodies were built to live. Some days, full. Some days, empty. And in those empty days, something extraordinary happened inside them. Something modern science is only now beginning to measure. That same machinery is still inside you, waiting for the signal that food is not coming yet, the signal that it's time to clean, repair, and rebuild. Your body isn't broken. It's just been fed every time it was about to remember what it was built to do.